Welcome, folks. Welcome. Let me say good evening, good afternoon, good morning to wheresoever you are following our folks out there. Let me use this time to say you are tuned into Queen Abby Liberia show, wherein we discuss issues relating to our country. We discuss politics. We discuss issues affecting the societies as a whole. As Liberian, it's the only country we have as Liberian to discuss the issue. So as you hear the theme song, definitely meaning we are getting ready for our show. So you can put yourself in a gear now. As we go through our today menu, you can put yourself in a gear. Please come on, let us discuss Liberia issue together. Let me take the sound back to the top again. Okay, folks, let me say good evening, good afternoon, good morning to our followers up there. Let me use this platform to say you are welcome to this Queen Abby show. As you join me this evening, folks, let me encourage you to please share, like, comment, and follow this, and also invite people to follow this show. As we all, yamming about these times, I will be bringing you informations relating to our country, the current happening. And by the way, I'm Emmanuel Gruzen, the local host of this show every Friday and Saturdays about 5 o'clock. I urge you to please join me. I will discuss Liberia issue together. So shortly, we will be going through the menu for today. But before that, let us take the big portion of the theme song. Okay, thank you very much. Let me say once again, good evening to you all that following this show. This is Queen Abby Liberia. We broadcast from Liberia, wherein we discuss training issues in Liberia, be it politics, social, economic, and educations. So today, I'm your local host, Emmanuel. Today, we'll be looking at various issues on the menu for today's discussions, and I urge you to join this platform. And by joining, the only way and the only support for me I want for you people is by sharing this platform out there, inviting people to join the platform, and making more audience to the platform, because we believe that together we can discuss Liberia issues together. We believe that it's not only my one as Emmanuel, but also including you, we are decision maker of the country. This country is the only country that we have. We cannot be deported. This country is the only country that we play loyalty to. So we got to discuss the issue together. We got to poke ideas. We got to sit on the round table to do a call, to do whatsoever to see how best we can bring Liberia under the umbrella of one unity. This is what for us we believe, and I urge you to please join. As you join, you encourage folks, also your friends, your brother, your dad, wherever they are to encourage them so they can form part of the show. Today we will be discussing a lot of issues affecting our country mainly. Some are issues that are beneficial to Liberia. Some are also issues that are affecting the Liberians as a whole. So our focus today on the first segment of our discussion, we will be looking at the issue of the biometric voter registration. I thought to bring this to you people today because as the process is ongoing in the non-county, we all need to discuss the issue together. We believe that Liberia issue is not one person thing. Liberia issue is not only President Weah. Liberia issue is not only a single man who sit out there to say, yes, I have Liberia. We all, as Liberians, we have loyalty to this country. We need to discuss this in detail to find resolution to it. And that we also encourage everybody that we need your idea, we need your take, we need your observations, we need your recommendation to also move the country forward. Let me say good evening for the CEO of this particular show. Welcome, CEO, for joining us. Thank you for bringing on your camera, and we are seeing you. We say welcome to Liberia Issues. Today we are discussing the biometric. Unless I look at the biometrics ongoing, the voter registration process ongoing, like when the phase 1 of the process started, where I did my registration, we observed that in Masorado there was a lot of delay in the process. So having completed the 6 county and now the discussing the 9 county, something came to my mind that I thought to bring to Liberian. As Liberians, we need to look at it. We need to share our idea. Like I said the last time, the stability of the country, the unity of the country in the purview of the Liberia not Liberia Nation, but the National Election Commissions. They follow during the week. We follow a situation in Lofa, wherein people were protesting, complaining that the voter registrations have been delayed in the process. The other centers reported that in fact 2-3 days they were not working at all. So in that direction, something came to my mind. I started asking myself, if, like for instance, people live Lofa, people live Grand Cru, Nima, to the rural area. If someone will walk for more than 2 hours to say, since the exercise of my own right is important, let me go at the nearest center to go register. Then the person abandoned their activities, abandon whatsoever they do to go and have them register. Then in the process, the person will go and maybe see the entire system. The people say system down. You go there, other people say in fact this, that. What becomes of the person? I believe that the interior notion some of those people have is different to what's up. So in the line, we observe that the issue of the delay process in the biometric, who are those people that we can hold responsible? Is it the government of Liberia or is that National Election Commission? People will ask, people will put this out, everything is say, but President George Weah need to be held responsible. Then my thought also go with the issue of the money spent during the process. Because we are testing a biometric process where we have been working in other African countries. We are testing the process with a high speed. And to admit, the process now going, it should be process Liberian will take time to get used to. Like I always tell people, we cannot start any car in maybe number 5, number 6, right away you want to move. You got to start bit by bit to see how best. While it's true that the biometric is important, the ID card is valuable, but how many Liberians obtaining this ID card? How many Liberians, folks? How many Liberians today can tell you, say, yes, I went to so-and-so area that I registered minute to the Leeward County? Are we not taking into consideration the biometric voter registration card? There are other alien or foreigners who are intruding the process because a politician want to gain relevance by maybe being voted in. These are things as Liberians, as patriotic citizens of the country, we should sit in our closet to be asking ourselves. Because we observe that Liberia, to where we are now, Liberia has developed the issue of party sentiment. The mindset of the Liberian people now is that so long I belong to so and so party, that is a party mandate. Where are we heading? Are we the Liberians not taking into consideration that just in case of the country being good, we stand to benefit? I will also question the editor Lieutenant Brown, the head of the NEC, about the process conducted. There are other international community who are invested in the whole parliamentary process. What going wrong? What happening? Why Liberians are not getting registered? And something like when I went to do my registration, I was also thinking was the issue of the foreigner or the alien coming to the process. It will interest you to know that although people reach like the online registration when you do, although people reach there, you find out that no one asking them question. So don't they go, they just say, for me, I already do my online registration, the immigration or the police people, they just say normally. They are not asking the necessary question, but right, if you go at that center where you are doing your registration online, there should be a question posed to you. There should be another scrutinizing that you pass. There should be another scrutiny. But those things not happening. And look at the durations, the time given for the registration. Folks, it's not possible wherein people, that more than 1 million people can register within 3 to 4 weeks. It's not possible at all. And with a delay in the process, it's not possible. So you want to have a smooth running of the parliamentary process. What we put into place first was to have the public awareness done. But there was no public awareness. NEC did not at all carry no public awareness as to whether how the process can be, what are the procedures leading to parliamentary, or registrations. Are we not taking into consideration that while we started today, a living we offer more than 6 years? Are we not taking into consideration that if the foreigner continue to intrude in our process, it will undermine the peace and stability of the country? Sure. The reason is very simple. We the Liberians now, they can see the other people, the politicians will go the nearby country bringing people. Those people that they bring in, their direct intention is to just vote for them. Welcome. And let me use this time to also welcome you, sir. Welcome to this platform. You go out there and bring those people because you want to get re-elected or you want to be elected. You bring the Guinean, the Ivorian, the Sierra Leonean to form part of the process. And these are the people at time. Let me use this time to also welcome Thomas. Thomas, thank you for joining us. Thank you very much. And you are one of the father of this show. Thank you very much for joining us. Let me say, good evening to you too. From our side, it's about 5, so let me say good evening. Thank you for watching. In watching from Atlanta, Georgia. Thank you for watching. And the reason that people bring those people to register in our country is to just maybe have them register because they want to obtain power. Then when they come to immigration, who will be the best person to secure and protect the process, they've been brave. Because of one politician is that interest, they say, my man, when you go there, don't forget about me. This is the country that we want to see ourselves going. This is Liberia that we want to be proud of tomorrow to come. Look, folks, what happened in the country, I think it requires everyone of us out there. Like I said the last time, our situation now is not about having the manpower, we have the manpower, but it requires leadership. And leadership in the country is not only going by the president or the legislature. You myself can be the leadership. The fact we live in a community, thank you very much. Mr. Thomas, thank you very much for joining us. And you are also welcome. It should be a leadership problem. You and myself, I believe we are one way or other contributing towards it because we live in a same community. But at times people feel reluctant because it's an election being there. In fact, I don't want to put my money in people's election. Who they refer to as people? Election is everybody's business. If you see the thing happening, you got to verse it out. How many politicians in the country can tell us, say, in fact, that this is what I've been doing in the past? Let the people vote for me based on my tangible in the district or based on my tangible in the country. And these are the same politicians you will see our youth these days. They will be seeking battle crowd. They'll be, killing people. They'll be doing whatsoever. And there is no impact at all in your life. But you people are there to sing the Amanda away to Amanda. If you see Amanda away to for a good 6 years, what becomes of the 6 years that you are wasting your time behind one politician who at times they will not even win, at the end of the day they will abandon you. And the reason I said we are contributor to this problem is that politicians are not people that will be seen all over. But the fact they will go in a community, they have community-based engagement. In fact, they browse those children, majority of those youth this time, they browse them, they give them data, you will see them going on social media, defending them. Things that not so be wrong, they are defending it. What about the time politicians who seem that bring to be changed will continue to go in Guinea to bring people because they want to have, to be, or announce a winner. They will go Guinea, they will go Africa, they will go other countries to bring people to register and vote for them. Are we not considering those people to be one of the enemies of this state? They will count on the worship, and at the end of the day, they cajole all because the little they have spent over the time, then they go now, they tell you, say, but I've bought my vote. And you now have no voice. Because in fact, you are contributor, and also you are a person who bought to the idea when the people are putting such idea together. Why it's true that we know Liberia to where it's now a very difficult thing, it's very intensive. But at the end of the day, we should not allow such a situation to also, carry on. If we say we are patriotic to this country, some other thing we should start standing against now is rejecting those people who honor, or how they call it, can't honor the pretense of being a good person, but their intent and their hating agenda is very wicked. Like we are turned to a country where now people are separating themselves based on little things at the end of the day. But as I say a question, those politicians are coming, how many dollars they have spent in your life with the past 6 years? What have been their contribution in the community they live? First, are we a Liberian graduating? Are we continuing to remain under the stage wherein we continue Liberia to be the underdeveloped country? Sorry for the light. So as we are taking care of the incident happening. We have an electrical fault that we are working on in the possible time to. So these are the issues that we continue to say our technicians are working on it to see how best we can have a current. These are the things. Are we the Liberians? We continue to live in a state where it will be continue to, be carried away by little thing, one bag of rice. That means that we're not ready for life. That means that we leave the international community to just sit down because our own decision to watch election is not something that is balanced. So we need to leave those people. These are the problems we are faced with in the country, and we're trying to work on it. These are the things in the country. The Liberian people, we the Liberians, I can't take myself from there, we are not graduating from. People say Liberia poor, but we contribute towards the the condition of the country when it comes to elections by allowing ourselves to be bored with little things while we are not benefiting at all. Like we were talking about the issue of the voter registrations. Some of those things are resolved in the past week, like the weekend or in Nima. Was that at times you go to those areas, you go to the homes of those politicians, people who call themselves politicians, you find out that some of them have a big house, they just put mattresses, they cooking for people, eating, taking people from here and there, music, doing people under the false pretense of they are good, they are good, they are good. While we the Liberians will continue to be cajole. It's true that our country we are challenged, but should not be cajole by one bag of rice. Don't take for Eastern. If you would take me from Maserado and say, okay, let me go and carry Manuel in Nima to register for $20. First of all, in Liberia now, $20 is carrying market. Maybe you're going to buy dry rice material. How much is $20? And some of those things is the outcome is very bad. Like you saw what happened in Nima recent. The little a pregnant woman who was living from Ganta to district number 5 in Nima, she got in a severe accident that in the process, I think 7 persons died on the car. These are the circumstances. And some of those things with the Liberian we now also take into consideration as the youth population in the country is that why is true the politician will carry you to say, oh, we want for you to vote for us. And those people, those politicians who running, various districts are underdog politicians, who don't have nothing, who don't have no friends in the district. They live their life somewhere, but maybe because of position, they want to go and force themselves on the people. If possible, they will not win. What becomes of the elections that is said maybe our elections or may go for second round? What becomes of the decision? And the people will no more be in a paper to say, okay, since that is the case, we have lost the election, there is a need that will get you for you to do the runoff of the election. These are things that the Liberian people, we the youth, we got to be taking into consideration that we stand for change. There's a name that change comes in a country. If we continue to say Liberia will change, that will be the example of change. But we cannot continue to live in a country where when daybreak you wake up another story. When daybreak another story, when daybreak another story. Then where are we heading? Are we continuing to praise politicians in the country where they are not contributing towards our society? Are we continuing to praise politicians and at the end of the day they will tell you, say, look, in fact, they're doing that 2023 election, I put bomb and vote. Look, come on, Liberians. We need to be sincere to ourselves. We need to be sincere. We need to develop the mindset of changing this country. It's not Joe Biden will change the country. Benjamin, Jonah, welcome. Thank you for joining. Thank you very much for joining us on this platform. Thank you very much. Other presidents will come in the country to change the country. The country can only be changed by Liberians, provided when we conduct ourselves in a possible way. At times it's very frustrating in the country because the decision Liberians took towards election. Don't think at times it baffles me in the sense that if Liberians will continue to defend the fact that if they know the thing is blind, and their party chairman, maybe the Senate bearer, or maybe the party chairman say, in fact, the gentleman, you're defending the thing, you tell the Liberian people the thing are white. If they know within themselves the thing are black, they will defend it. And the more frustrating part is that after defending those things, they go to bed with hunger. They are not still realizing. The Liberian people, we are not learning from those decisions that we made. If Liberia can learn from that decision by this time, Liberia has gone far. Look at other countries that don't got independent or recent. We will allow you to have your input after whatsoever. Discussion will also allow you to have your input. So the time will be given to you to discuss this. At times, on Liberia issue, when I'm discussing it, I feel very mad to the extent that we, the Liberian people, will continue to cry, and we are now working to change our own society. It's frustrating. We, the Liberians, we need to graduate from this. We need to set the precedent wherein any leader that will come to power will control themselves. Why will you go and bring one poor man who don't have nothing at all to leadership? Leadership not that point for poor person. Because the time you will take to say, okay, I want to build my house, I want to buy a car, I want to send my children in America, within that 6 years, what time will he got or she get down to come and say, I want to develop your district? I tell God to look at some of those things to be the factor of our country being behind. Because at the end of the day, we vote for people based on party, based on tribal, based on sympathy. And election is not about sympathy. We all need to be very real with our decision that we make. Like I told somebody last time, one of the things is that we are about to go for another 6 years decision. Within the 6 years decision, you only go in, 3 million have been allotted to you to make a decision. If you not do a proper decision taking, at the end of the day, what comes after is that you will go again, you create yourself in a corner, calling again, I'm the date enchanted, so partisan, I've lived from so abandoned district. You who help to make the district abandoned. You should hold yourself responsible that you are the factor to the district being abandoned, because by then, when the power of the constitution that says that you have a voting right to change your leader, when it was given to you, you may use it. Are we not taking into consideration Liberians? Meaning with the young folks at this age? We will go and pick the wrong apple at the end of the day. They don't want to shift blame. Why we are not looking at our own, weakness before identifying someone's weakness? We should not be carried away by politicians who will go out there and maybe put $10 or $5 in your pocket and say, gentlemen, the fact is that I'm your leader. You are a leader. What you have been doing for the 5, 6, 7 years you live with the people in the community? You only become leader when election come in? That's what you're telling us? We should not be carried away for people to put $5 or $10 in our pocket to register for them and tell you from this. What at times it baffles me a lot. Why will you be allowed to be talked by politicians who don't have nothing, who don't have no impact in your life? If you say you are defending somebody, it should be a reason wherein if the person should get maybe the concrete reason, or you should get a concrete reason that people can see it and say, yes, they could have been the factor, they could have been one of the engine behind the young people changing the country. Our youth population in the country, you observe that by this stage now, majority are involved themselves into drug taking. How many of them are helping to change our youth in the society? Or the only one, they put the $10 in your pocket and go establish they and their family, because that is complete establishment of their family. If they are opportune to go there tomorrow when government say, I want 2 persons to go and study abroad, they not tell you say, let me go think on those Zogo then that were running for or that were campaigning for me. They are looking at their children up there first. Look, we need to be serious in the country. We need to be serious in the sense that our decision, we need to work on our decisions. All the things that we're seeing today, that people crying here and there, is because of the decision that was made 2017. The elections, the entire election about maybe like farming. Like some of us who grow in the interior, when you do a farm, if you brush a farm, you got the time to go cut down the tree. After that, you got to burn. After maybe you have scratched the farm, when the rest coming up, you cannot abandon the rest when the rest coming up. You got to weave the grass and the rest. Maybe at the end of the day, when the rest don't come up, what you do is that you should go back in your crosshair to rethink. Say to yourself, what were the costs that they farm that made this year it never produced? Tell a look at some of the costs that may happen. Then maybe you say, okay, look, let me look at this. Why it's true, I weave all the grass in the rice, but I was unable to draw those birds that eat the rice. Or I was unable to maybe fence the farm, for other animals not to, jump into the farm and maybe eat some of the other crops that are planted. These are the things that you should be making your analysis when it comes to your election. What can we, the Liberians, do now is to go back. We don't have less than 5 months towards the election. Let us go back to our crosshair and tell the people, look, the reason made today Liberia is to this stage is because of we voted for so and so thing. It's because I accepted 1,000 to vote on it, or because I was allowed to be talking Nima or in Lofa to vote for SYZ. This is the reason. These are the things. Liberia had 26 resources, but where are those resources today? Like in the country, we only hear about 3. The major 3, the politicians always lie. In fact, they go, the diamond and the iron ore. They are not discussing the other one because when they want, if they educate you to know about those things, what you do first is that they start getting, skeptical to work with you. So they feel within they said that if they up there, what they do is the only way they can maintain you to continue to win, maybe battlecry for you is to keep you at a low level. So you cannot be up to that children, or maybe you cannot come around them. These are the politicians that will kill ourselves. These are the politicians that will cut us spirit ourselves. For that being at time, you see other people taking classes, people causing, one another here and there. What happened to us as Liberians? Are we very serious to change the country? Are we serious? Are we taking into consideration that our countries need change? Our whole Liberia everything is lacking in the country. Our whole Liberia is no stable LDC in the country. Our whole Liberia is nothing we can boast of. Abraham, Ila, thank you for joining us. Thank you for watching. What a Liberian we can take into consideration? Why can we consider ourselves to be cajole? And some of those things that the Western or what they are doing is not matches they are playing. God gave everyone all the same blood. God gave everyone all the same things. Why can we allow ourselves to be used as politicians wherein they are not have anything in our life that we can boast of? Today, go Lofa. Go see the amount of talking that is ongoing. Today, go Bon Kante. Go see the amount of talking. They just confusing the Liberians. Folks, Fred, thank you for joining us. Thank you very much for watching. Go to other countries that people that you will see, the politician will carry money. How will you want to carry money in a country? Then you pass Africa, then you go in a country, you are destroying our money. These are the attitude. These are the attitude. Let's look at the recent attitude of the speaker. Before going to your own country, Maryland, just imagine, from here, Maryland, if our leaders were serious, Maryland could go Maryland one day and come back. Because when the road is good. But the Speaker of the House, tell me, folks, the Speaker of the House, when you were going your country, it passed through Africa. But guess what happened? After reaching a country, start destroying money in bucket, bear, and what's so on? Speaker of the House, where you budget $1 million, but road is in a deplorable condition. And these are the people, at times we refer to them, the men are good men. We, the Liberians, we are not learning. If we really want to learn, we got to change our mind and change our attitude towards a great nation. So by 5:45 in Liberia will be a certain call and also be a certain view. So these are the things that we look here in the country. I'm serious about it. If we the Liberians, we cannot change our thought, our decisions in the country, we're not going anywhere. Because the people who stand to care ourselves for them, they are not in our interest. Those people that are only there for their self-benefit. Why would the Liberians, we can't learn something from this? Former Camara, thank you for joining. Thank you for watching. Thank you very much for watching. And to those who also joining, we say welcome. And welcome to this platform. So the Liberians, folks, we need a serious prayer for us as Liberians. We need to pray on our attitude. We need to go back in our closet to pray to God. We don't need manpower. We don't need money. But we need leaders. The manpower are here. The money is here. But the leader to maybe control those things is not available at all. Because of what? We prioritize party, we prioritize individual benefit than the Liberian people. We prioritize what politicians earn for their family than ourselves. Liberia just, or countries that everything, people are just going mad. The fact is that you will see people will be supporting something that not supposed to be supported. Then what happened to us as Liberians? If I'm supporting, XYZ for Eastern, why is the person impacting my life? Why having a contribution in a society that I live? If you refer to this man as money man, you know what money man means? Why is his own contribution to the community? How many hemp on he have built in the community that I live? Folks, these are the things we'll be judging those people. No pretender, no politician, they call themselves pretend, or how they call it politician, they pretend they call themselves politician. They put not helping our country at all. They are greedy, they are self-glory people who only want to see their pocket full where the masses go with hunger. So we need to be serious, like I said, in order to change the condition of the country. We need to be serious. We need to be serious to change the country by the decision making. I agree with you, Abraham. I agree with you. The reason is that, at times those things come to my mind, when I'm ready to talk, people say, but man, you always talk in the way you talk, engaging the youth and not the refugees. I say, no. We still have a youth in the country, the young people in the country, where in their minds are not being built. But yet they say, they will look at their condition to be supporting someone who are, accommodated more than, or has it, or $1 million for themselves. Defending the person, I hate to say the person has been, or how they call it, help to their life. Something happened to us as young people in the country. What I saw in Bon County the last time, it made me to really shed tears when I saw young people living from their various homes being talked. And at the end of the day, those politicians will use those people's children and they just play phone out of them. They are not providing anything. The Bon County the last time, when we went, what the people were arguing on, it was $10,000. You told the people from here, just imagine from Maserati, you carry the people children, they not eat anything, water that they drink at war. Then at the end of the day, they put register. Then for you to pay the $10 you promised them, you are not paying it. And the other way too, at times we can't hold those people because Timothy Sonobot, thank you for joining. Thank you for watching. Let me say you are welcome on the platform. We can't bring those people because the present conditions. The people subject the youth populace to be beggar to them. The entire life is that we should be begging them. You should go in the morning, early in the morning, and sit at their door. When they get outside, they must see you standing at their gate. When they get outside, they must see you, telling them, oh, I hear. These are the things that we should be living. Our Riverside Paul, thank you for joining us. And thank you for watching. We, as citizens of the country, we need to be serious. We need to see how best we can change the country. Why will you allow yourself to be thrown as far as going way in River G, way in Grand G from Maserati? Are you kidding us? First, so we will be taking view. We'll also be announcing the number to if you want to call and contribute to the first segment. But the topic under discussion is we are looking at the biometric voter process ongoing in the 9 counties. We are looking at the delay. We are looking at the talking. And we are also looking at the issue of some, decisions that Liberians take towards election. So you have an idea, you have a view, or you have a comment to make. You can also call and form part of the conversation. Like I said earlier, this is Liberia issue. It requires all of us to come together to discuss it and open the minds of our people, our brother, our sister, our mom, our dad. And the reason are including our mom and our dad. These are the people who should be sitting home telling our people, say, look, children should not be allowed to be taught. But they are, when you find out at time, they are the same people who can be taught. So let me take the time to welcome Henry. Henry, thank you for joining. Thank you for watching also. These are the people that tell their children what happened to them on the highway while going to those country that they not know of. They not know no one there to even go and say, okay, when I hear here, we know so and so person to link them with. And another time you find out that those politicians will not be with those children when they're going. They won't be on a phone call and fast say, my man, put your people together when you go there, you reach a so and so person. What happened to them along the way while they going? Like the one that happened the last time in Nema was very, sad and painful. Wherein a car that made the accident, as we speak, confirmed information and just got their money. 7 persons now died in the process. Just imagine. A baby there and all living in the accident. Just imagine how sad this situation is. Are we the Liberians not learning from those things? Are those politicians will be able today to go and maybe fulfill what those families left behind? These are the things we'll be looking at. They see people are killing themselves. Look at that track record. Look at that track record. It's very sad. If you allow yourself to be taught, at the end of the day, then look at what happened in that situation. Leaving your family home, telling them, look, children, your year are going to come back. As soon as we time, we're going to vote. We're going to register to come back. Maybe tomorrow or the day after. Then suddenly maybe calling your children back to tell them, say, oh, look, your mom no more alive or your dad no more alive. Are we not taking those things as lesson to us as Liberians, the youth? We need to be serious in the country. We need to be serious in the country. When it comes to decision making, we need to be serious in the country wherein our country can boast of some things. Because you find out that everything in the country for me is lacking. Nothing at all to boast on in Liberia. We can say yes. Liberia can boast of this over Rwanda. Liberia can boast of this over Guinea. Liberia can boast of this over. The only thing in the country that we can boast on is corruption, killing. That we can boast of it. That one is very normal in Liberia. But nothing positive that brings attention to human life that Liberia can boast on. Our mindset in the country is, from the politician angle, is to just come to power and corrupt our system and take away our money and take away all the small necessary things that we're keeping covered. Then from there, at the end of the day, they say they are the money people they passing here and there. Nothing at all we can boast in the country. When we're some more years of age, very saddening and frustrating the country. And this thing happened because at times the decision that we made at the ballot, bring such decision or adequate result to us. We are learning. The Liberians have been voting for the past decades, but yet still our condition remain the same. So folks, about this time, we will soon be opening up the line. If you have a view, if you want to share the idea, like I said, together we can discuss Liberia issue. So we all can share our thought. So let me say welcome the CEO. And we're interested to know, in the society we live now, Liberia as a whole, the population of the young people is growing on a daily basis. But we, the young people, we are not realizing to utilize the population we have. The young people can wake up today and say, look, gentlemen, if we can really listen to one another. Okay, let me see who they're joining us. These are the things. These are the things we're discussing. River says, I seen your request. Just give me 1 minute. I will bring you on. Please. Just to conclude on this, the Liberian youth, we need to come together. We need to come back to our senses. When I say senses, that doesn't mean that we are not sane. But when it comes to decision making, we got to be very, vigorous about this. We got to be sure of what we are doing, because the country is lying in our hand. Despite the position, you're not president, but the decisions from the beginning of the presidencies, it lies in your hands as youth. Why we cannot utilize it? Why we can't utilize it to say, oh, look, youth, we need to stand up for a cause. We need to do this for a cause. I think those things that happen in our surrounding, is embarrassing, and then, something that some of our gaming said no, the way forward of it. So let me use the time to also welcome Musa Kamara for watching and following, and say welcome you on this platform. So now it's about time you join the conversation by making your input. Together we share Liberia love. Together we open the minds of our young people. Together we go in every community to tell our people that it's happening. Because if we cannot stand tall against this ill in our society, at the end of the day, we'll be victims in the process. We as the youth, we need to stand to see how best we can be a teachers in a particular game. If not, Liberia is not going anywhere, because the youth component of this country, we are going higher, but we are not making no impact at all. So it's about time now that you join a conversation by making your input. So we'll be expecting your input on the first segment. We thought to also bring the second segment. We also think on bringing you the press statement from the embassy and the government response, including Representative Akawa Gray response. We'll analyze it in the second segment. So by this time, you can make your input, and we will announce to you the number that you can participate. Maybe if you are not getting online, you can also call on the phone to make your input. And this is very serious in the country. If we Liberians, we cannot come on a single table to discuss this, trust me, we have another way to put the country again that we all will regret. If the youth, the reason I'm particular about the youth in Liberia, the statistic of the young people is around 60. So I believe that when it comes to elections, the youth is a decision maker. So let me use the time to also welcome Sandy Kemoka, who is joining us from the Kingdom of Cambodia. Thank you for joining. So we will say, oh, you can please cancel and request again, please. About this time, we are shortly about to announce a number if you can get on internet for you to participate. Participate via phone. So we'll be announcing the number. We'll be announcing the number. So let us see. Yeah.
What's up, buddy?
Welcome. Welcome.
Yeah.
No, yeah.
Yeah, thank you very much, man. What's your name?
I'm Emmanuel. I'm Emmanuel's Gruzin.
Okay, Emmanuel, thank you very much for the show. Thank you for filling in for Ture, our previous presenter. You know, I listened to you discuss a lot of important issues, you know, and I just want to say that you guys, people in Liberia need to make the right decision. The right decision is very important this 2023. We have never had a very important period in our country's history. 2023 is very crucial. Yeah. So, you know, do you want a quick fix? Do you want to remove George Weah and have a quick fix? Like you patch a bucket with plastic, and then when you fill the bucket, then the plastic move and then the water start to leak again, or you need a viable solution. You don't want to come on here all the time. Some are always getting old. We ain't got time to be on these broadcasts every day, you know, acknowledging people. You need to make the right decision once and for all. It's like you go to buy a car. You keep buying multiple old cars, and you keep spending money on it. And the money you spending on all those old cars, you can buy one reliable vehicle, and you know, instead of buying all those old cars. That's why it looks like right now, you know, you want to keep recycling the same crook, the same criminals that destroy your country, or you need a real, viable, sustainable solution for the youth, for the generation to come. So that's a decision that have to be, you know, a decision that has to be made by the Liberian people. Some of us were just talking, brother Emmanuel, but we not. Some of us not even going to go vote. I mean, go down to vote. But
this one,
go ahead.
This is what we are saying. We are Liberian, meaning in Liberia now. What we should be considering is this decision come October 10th. Because the fact is that you found out that the youth of this country, we are in number, but yet and still our decision to war elections are not very, something to bring fruit to our society, in the sense that there is no change at all. Why will Liberia continue to live in a society wherein if anything happen in the country, possibly maybe it should come from international community? What we are not practicing to be example to other countries. Other countries, those things that happen is not something that people say, okay, yeah, it's imagine that we are playing. Liberians, we are the same people. We are the same people. The blood they get the white man, the blood the Liberian people got. But what happening to our decisions? Let's look at countries that just got independent recent. What happening? Look at Rwanda. All we ask is just frustrating.
Yeah, brother. And then the issue, man, look, you said something very sad, and I was driving. I had to park too when you talk about a pregnant woman that is being paid to go and
Exactly.
truck. Yeah, to truck.
Exactly.
Wow.
That
Can you imagine?
That happened in the Pacific. That happened in the Pacific area in Nima, district number 5. I think weeks ago, the people were leaving from Ganta to the district to register. In that process, the car made accident. 7 person, 3 persons died on the spot, including pregnant woman. Just imagine,
Oh my God.
pregnant woman died. Pregnant woman died. Then, as we speak now, the confirmed information I got the money is that in the whole process, there have been, a 7 person death. So are you looking at those things? And we, the Liberian people, we are not learning from those things. These have been the issues. Very sadly, in a country, we continue to adequately undermine our own growth, and we blame the politician for this. Why the hell saying that you will leave Ganta to go or district number 5, where in the bush to go do registration? And Ganta, you have lived Ganta for over years,
But how much do
and
they
you want to
pay
change
them,
your
Emmanuel?
registration.
How much they pay these people so much that you gotta risk your pregnancy to, like, I mean, how much are they getting paid? Like,
It's just starting. It's just starting. On this side, you see people going out for how much is $10 or $20 given to you to go in a unknown area to register? Are you not threatening your life, your own life? You're not or taking risks with it? It's just starting in a country called Liberia.
you see, that's email. That's what happens when you have a breakdown of system. Yeah, in America, you don't do that here because why? You have everybody has their own constituencies, constituencies. So you go there and register. When you go to vote, as everybody that on people that on this line that live here in the United States, they got a book. As soon as you call your name, when they open it, your name, your address, they got it there. If you don't belong to that particular place, in fact, when you go for the voter registration, as soon as you call your name, they look there, they will tell you which area to go. When you go there, that's where your name is. You ain't got no right leaving from your place and going to somebody else's place. But we don't have a system in the country. We should
This is
have
what
had
we
this
say.
system
This
long
is what
time.
we, so that was there. Thank you. That was our Professor Abraham. Thank you for
Yeah,
joining.
man. Yeah, how you doing, bro?
I'm okay, and you?
Well, thank God for life. Still listening to see what's coming out of Liberia. Um, I I want to say that I'm calling you from the States. I listen every day to see if whether there will be a change in Liberia because this country is not our country. We are privileged to come here to
Sure.
at least look for money and to come back home to see how best we can, help our brothers and sisters back home. But I just want to tell you, the politicians are the sickness for Liberia right now.
I
If it is not
agree.
you, if it is not me, it will not be you. That's the whole thing. And you see, the whole thing about Liberia scenario is that these people, they take Liberia to be the chopping ground. All right. So most of them, if you tell them that it is not time for you, they will want to force it. All right. We say change. Everybody say change. We all want change. But then we are looking at change, but we're not ready for change. I'm trying to say this. Wakai, Kumi, Yombly, Dillon, Kosa, young people are coming up. They say they want change, emerge with the old people. But we are not looking for change, because if you're looking for change, you will look for people that are not really involved into this, into I should say the ongoing corruption in the country. But for typical example, I take Musa Bility, I say I'm looking for change. I take Jeremiah Kuhn, I say I'm looking for change. Okay? These are not change that we're looking for, so we should not blame one person for that. We should all look for somebody that is neutral if we want change.
Yeah, Mr. Abraham. Yeah. Thank you. Like you said, I want to agree with you on the basis where you said we should look for a neutral person. But what sometimes for me a play on my mind is that it's very difficult to admit to find a neutral person. Like I said in my beginning, I hope you getting me. Like I said in my beginning, I said that one of the things in Liberia is that we not need American citizens to come and say the people are white people, then go to Liberia condition. We not need how they call it, people from UK to say the people are people from London, then go and change the country. We need Liberians ourselves. And who are the Liberians? Including those same people.
Yes.
You know, like I said to you, the country, the politics in the country is very, saddening. Okay, let me just go there and recognize. Let me say this. Thank you for joining, Mr. Obi Willie. Thank you for joining, and thank you for watching also. So these are the things we need: people with clean hands. But equally so, where can we find those people? Those people come under the canopy of being clean, but end of the day, when you force them with power, they go, and go back in the same process of the crook and corrupt attitude. These are the things we're saying. For me, I want to agree with you when you say we should look for a change to come. We do not be a people. Maybe you should be a Potiphar one in the old bottle.
Yeah, let me just tell you, I just saying that because I know there's nobody, even including myself, that we all are corrupt. You understand?
Yeah.
There's no one person should stand in the media and start accusing people. Oh, look at this one this one is corrupt. Oh, they want that warlord. Oh, this one that this. And we should know that even if you don't take gun to shoot someone, there's a way in which you partake in the war. You can even bring water. The person that's shooting gun, they ask you for water, you bring it. You still facilitate that same thing. And you understand?
Exactly.
So
Exactly.
we should not even be accusing somebody say, oh, John Paul is clean, and then when he was in America, he never did it. This is why I brought it. But I'm telling you right now that there's nobody in Liberia is clean, including me. I'm not clean. The corruption is on everybody. So we should not accuse one person or say, oh, the other person not clean. No, let me tell you, most of our people that are accusing people, you go behind them. Their own is worse. Because their own is like somebody who is a hooker accusing, telling you that, oh, now get out of there, be hooker. But she failed to know that she is the hooker. And our people, they fail to know they can only tell people that when they marry, they say, oh, I'm married. But the other people, they're not supposed to do, but they will be accusing other people
Thank,
that they are
thank,
like bread.
thank you, Thank you, Mr. Abraham. Now, yeah, Rosa, what is
Yeah,
your take on what Mr. Abraham just said?
yeah. Well, uh, look, brother, AB, it's not the problem. Is not we don't need a perfect society. What we need is a good leader. I wouldn't say great because, look, we need a good leader. Yes, it is true. Our society, I mean, we got a lot of, people with different characters, especially who went through the war. But what you need is a leader who will be able to position those people. It's like having two wayward children hang out. When you got two bad kids hang out, they're like, I mean, no good. But when you got a good person and a bad person hanging out, when you have that mixture, the good person is there, to help you help nurture the bad person. So that's why you need a good leader, the head. The head. When you have a good head, then the rest will follow. Yeah, there are people who are corrupt in nature, but then when they have a good leader, somebody that will kind of like lay down the rules and regulations, lays down the guidelines, they will follow it. But when you tell the person, look, I understand your past. That's why in this country they got second chances. We tell you all these people that work in government, they never have conviction. Some of them did some things in life, but in this country they give you a second chance. They give you a second chance so you can you can reestablish your life. So that's what we need. You need a good leader. When you have a good leader, all those people there, they will fall in line.
So,
I mean, for
yeah, so,
example,
Mr. Post, so
yeah,
if I ask you this question, you
mm,
think the state Liberia is now, is that a system the problem, or maybe a leader is the problem?
the leader is the problem. The leader is the problem because the leader is supposed to put system in place. It's not the system. People will say, "Oh, I met a broken system." Yeah, you met a broken system, man. Then you still ride within that broken system. It is your responsibility. It is your duty. It's like you see the system was broken. You
Broken.
watch the
Yeah.
system broken for 12 years. Then you come there, they
Then
expect
you
you to
come there.
change the system.
Yeah.
Then you say, "Oh, am I Ellen was doing the same thing or anyone like
Yeah.
this?" And
This,
then, so why did they elect you? That's the problem.
Okay.
So it's like, let's say Cummings or Bwaka come there and Bwaka like, "Oh,
Yeah.
well, Joe, we have never do this thing, so I don't have to do it." That's our
Okay.
problem.
Yes.
It's not a system. I think
Mm-hmm.
it's the leader. So I mean, we need a good leader that will create a system. No, let me tell you something. I always use that analogy. I always use it over and over. That's a red light, and people always hear me do it. Right by my job, the place is so empty. There's no police. There is like a industrial area. That light every time and I get off work like 2 o'clock in the morning. Like the next, like it's sometimes I get off like 12 o'clock. It's always empty. But even every time that light, I stop. There are people who pass that light. I must admit, some of my co-workers they tell me, "Why you keep stopping to that light?" The light, I said, because even though there's no police there to arrest me, but
Mr. Roger, let me
yeah,
hold you there. Let me hold you there. And welcome, Orator Zina, for joining us. You can continue.
yeah. So the light is there. When I see the light, even though other people pass the light, but I stop because I have that moral compass in me. I said, "Oh no, I
Mm-hmm.
can't pass the
That's
light,"
it,
even though
Lord.
a police is not watching. So in the absence of the law, sometimes morality must take place. So you got
Yeah,
to
yeah,
have a
true.
good leader. If you have a
Yeah.
good leader, trust me, everybody will fall in place. But
Mm-hmm.
if you got a mess up leader, everybody will be doing their own thing. They say, "Oh, you know what? Well, I don't care," because the leader himself doesn't care. So that's
Yeah.
why you need a good leader. When you get a good leader, brother, trust me. When we get a
Yeah.
good leader in our country, I mean, look at all the I mean, the Rwanda we talk about. We told you those countries were perfect. We had a lot of countries that had their own situation going on. But once
Mm-hmm.
they have a leader that put things in place, that try to deal with corruption, try to work the system, education, healthcare, sanitation, you know,
Mm.
yeah, all those things. When
Yeah.
you start working it, you're like, "Oh wow,
Mm.
we are older than a lot of these countries, but
Yes,
when you
my
see them
brother.
now, they are far better. So We just need a better leader, and the only leader is Alexander B. Cummings. Sorry, look, I don't want to be political on the show, but seriously, that's the only man now that can bring change. That can bring change. The only person. The only person. Joseph Boakai is part of the whole system.
What River said?
Yeah.
Thank you for saying, but what we think other Liberians will argue with you to say, yeah, while you are personal with Joseph Boakai, who are also being part of the Mr. April said, someone who is very strange, someone who had never tasted our Liberian job before. And we observed and noticed that Mr. Cummings was one served at the board chief to be there. So why were you think different than other people? Why were you think so?
Well, that boat here you're talking about, it was not it was not an impactful position. Like, I mean, he did not. I mean, boat here, you know, people get chair on board. They don't impact. I mean, it's not as significant as the presidency, you know, so to speak. You know, I mean, I can make you. I mean, they got managers for company and other things. So the position that he occupied at that time, it was limited, it was restricted. You know, it was restricted to just a school. You know, so I don't really see Comey as a old public figure, like he was part of corruption, because I mean, when he was at BWR, I didn't know much about it, but nobody had pointed out to anything wrong that he did during that time. And look at the man position, 40 plus years. He served one of America's biggest brands. You never heard ping, nothing. He was very successful. He worked the Coca-Cola Africa's Foundation. 2001, he was the first president. The foundation was established in 2001. He was the first president. And see what he did. We talk about healthcare in Africa. Look, they help governors, you know, a lot of leaders in leadership in Africa. You know, sustainable development, healthcare, education, and a lot they did.
Yeah,
I mean, the man is successful.
Let me hold you there. Yeah, let me hold you there and ask. Why? Because now what we are saying in Liberia, yeah, you people are out there and we are in Liberia. And the voice from the people of the country is that why is true, what all you are online is to be true about Mr. Cummings. But equally so, the politics in Liberia says, wherein the people are saying, the Liberian people are saying, this person, no matter what it is, no matter money you have, no matter, you know, the education, no matter your level of so thing, the people say that this person will want. And the people are saying that is a case, Mr. Cummings have a good chance to maybe be a president of the country, just a name that is start from. You think it's also important that Mr. Cummings can say, oh look, with this type of, you know, or agenda I bring to the Liberian people, let me test the agenda at the Senate to see whether to contest for the most of. Do you think it's possible in that direction? Do you think so?
Well, first of all, it's not a constitutional requirement, unless maybe according to you.
No.
Yeah, but maybe, no. It's not a. It doesn't have to be a senator or representative before becoming president. I can name a lot of leaders who did not even serve in the Senate or representative or even, you know, public offices, and they rose to the presidency and they did far better. So I mean, I understand what you're saying. I mean, a lot of people raise that sentiment. You know, a lot of people raise that sentiment. But,
yeah. So, Mr. Now wait then. Yeah, if it's Mr. Ebi, what?
Okay. For me, if I know I'm an express, okay, I lived in the diaspora for so many years, and I know I'm an express, and I have my biggest brother from down the line, and he has served in that position before, and he said, hey, look, I want you to come second to me because of the Liberian people. And I hear the Liberian people telling me, say, look, even though we know that you're express in this area, but we want you to go honor this guy or honor this person, and then later on, maybe after his turn, then you can take over. If my ambition is not for something else, and I want to fight for the Liberian people, I will go for it.
This is why.
For it. So I mean,
but
yeah,
Mr. Cummings may have a good agenda, but what Mr. Cummings should be looking at is that the fact is that you want to bring change, like you were saying. It should not be this person, this person. Why it's true that Bwaka may accept or Bwaka accept the name, but accept the government for some more year, and moreover, he has also gone at the president where he served as vice president for 12 years. And he saw within himself that nothing changed the country at all. So by this stage coming, he want to bring new Liberia. So he don't want to go with Bwaka where when you go with Bwaka, then other people say, but they see any government, maybe you're trying to bring a see any government. So you think a decision that by saying, oh, I want to bring new Liberia, then they can go the other way. You think is that something bad?
We look at Tanzania. Late president, okay? He was breaking our government. And
Magufuli.
after this man, after the president death, he took over as president. The people they put talking to be the president. This is why the same people are saying, yeah. They say right now we want Bwaka to take over because we know he will be the right person to take over. And Bwaka telling the citizen that he only won his first term, he's not going for the second term. And we're looking at Mr. Bwaka, he's not going to go and then go for him to have a multiple girlfriend. He's not going to build house for multiple girlfriends. He's not going to travel and be carrying money up and down. He's not going to do that. So looking at that privilege that the Liberian people are giving Kumi, they're the second for Kumi and Bwaka to be one ticket. The Liberians choose Kumi to go for the second, to go as second. And Mr. Kumi said no, he still want to be president. My brother, take it from me. I'm not swearing him, but he's going to be the Bacchus Matthew or the other people. Trust me. Liberian people, one day tell them, say, look, Kumi.
So, you agree on that? You agree on that, Rosa?
No, I totally disagree with it, brother. Look, the thing is, because first of all, I don't know. I mean, I could be wrong though. I don't know about any formal request for Joseph Bwaka to come in.
Request don't have to be made for Joseph Bwaka. The citizens themselves ask.
But AB.
Yeah.
AB, you have to understand. AB, you got to understand. Just because the citizen, did they do it through? Did they do it through a petition? Because we heard it here, there, yonder. But the thing is, Joseph Bwaka has his political. He got his political party. He got his how do you call it? People within the party. So look, that was a decision to be made. It had to be made. It's not just because the people wanted. Joseph Bwaka, I never heard it. Like I said, I could be wrong. I never heard any time that Joseph Bwaka ever said he wanted Cummings to be his running mate. Okay, and number two, yes, we heard it floating, among the population. But was that what Joseph Bwaka wanted? Joseph Bwaka, look, you have to be careful. You keep saying Joseph Bwaka. Look what Joseph Bwaka just did with Nyobli Kangalore, a 360-degree U-turn. Joseph Bwaka is not reliable.
Nyobli was in court. You don't expect Joseph Bwaka to take Nyobli to be the running mate to Joseph Bwaka when she in court.
No, AB, that's a poll.
Yeah,
AB, no, AB, no,
I come in.
No, AB, that's a poor excuse. Donald Trump right now, he's facing court. He having court procedure. But Donald Trump is going to put a presumptive nominee for the Republican Party. Donald Trump still campaigning. He's still doing a thing. He got case. I think he got like 2 cases or multiple cases on him. But he still saw that your court Bennett. That's an assumption. Nobody knows. People say, oh, one of my friends just told me, oh, Musa Benete was going to carry the woman to court. You don't know what Musa Benete was going to do here. You're just assuming that Musa Benete was going to take on the court. You don't know. We don't know. Like I said, Donald Trump still going through his stuff, but right now he's leading the poll because, the Republicans are anticipating Donald Trump as the standard bearer. So, it doesn't change anything for Trump. So, I don't know why I keep bringing on the whole court thing.
I come into that. What Mr. AB just said, what Brother AB said, I think, one way or other, I want to differ a bit. Where in the Riverside said there was no maybe or maybe arrangement that people say yes, your Baka brought to Kumi so and so arrangement was documented, but let them sit on the table to see how bad they can discuss. And Kumi quest was that they should go for a primary. If a primary would determine Baka being a standard bearer, would be one of the issues for them to go. But and also what the Union Party was looking into was that say we have the majority and Kumi are trying to subject all. Kumi trying to subject all. What we'll do is that we'll not allow Kumi to subject all to primary. Because we believe that at the primary there should be a lot of manipulation that we can't.
Hello? See, one thing, now I feel like bro would now be.
Yeah, you are welcome.
Like bro,
I just called. I'm Henry Johnson calling from.
like bro, get a long way.
I'm
telling you, like bro, got a long way to go.
Yeah,
so I just called to say what I got said just now about the former president, what it is, Donald Trump. Donald Trump and Liberia is far different. You know, Liberia politics, right? If right now you cannot go and contest and you have to win, trust me. They could have come in and said, no, they don't want her. Then what can we do?
They acting like he know. He don't even know.
So why is your stand? Why is your stand in the argument?
My argument that you guys say that he's a rebel, he's a human seller, that's not my problem. My problem is that he choose the right person because normally guy was in court. If you say in court, okay, not war, but stay in court. So don't get it to say, oh, Joseph Burger, I mean, American president is different. That is far different, my brother. I'm telling you, far different. America, you get killed. In the team, you're going to catch you. Okay? If you're not in America, one guy live continue with the K in Fargo. They just call the people that K, they feed it. Because after they call the two late kids that K. Like, bro, do it. They won't do it. So don't compare like bro, America.
Yeah, but what I'm saying, look, brother, what I'm saying is, look, I'm not doing direct comparison. What I'm saying is, you guys don't know. Y'all keep bringing all the court case. Like,
we know
people can go to court. People can go to court. Let me tell you something.
What are you talking about? If
people don't know, if we're going to choose Nyobli Kanga, I'm telling you, the next day, our court case are going to start.
That's a conjunction. That's a if. That's a
okay. Look at the man. Look at Donald Che. I Donald Che one of the senators in Lofa. What happened to him? What happened to him?
Who?
It's not Donald Che. It's not Donald Che. La Jala.
What the chief of staff before? What happened to him when he won it? Why you to anything? You quote
Bernie Samoka. Yeah, it is covered. Bernie Samoka.
It's the team I'm telling you. So if you win, you'll be a team problem. So that's the best thing he did.
Bernie Samoka case was a criminal case. It was different from that. Nobody case is more like a civil. Nobody case is more like a civil matter. Civil matter can be resolved. So you know the design. Civil matters. I mean, it doesn't have to go to criminal court. It can be resolved. You talk about Samoka case was criminal. Samoka case was with the Supreme Court and all that stuff.
Would you elaborate for that power grip? You think it'll work? Man, don't tell that to me, bro.
Yeah, I don't
so
know.
What we ask, if I ask a question, hello?
Yeah, hello?
Yeah. So I will ask a question, like the issue of the ANC, Mr. Kumina being chosen by Bwaka. Is that something that was arranged that Liberian people wanted, or there was something that Bwaka officially reached out to Mr. Kumi to say, look, Mr. Kumi, let the Liberian people, the voice of the Liberian people speak. This time is the time that you and myself collaborate to see how best we can bring the change. It was just something that was done, or it was just something that we say, okay, since that is a case with the age of Bwaka in now, the Liberian people want to do it like you saw John Balu there recent when they were fighting that issue of the opposition uniting, where in the toast of the street protesting, in fact, reading petition here and there. What that long time the people were waiting after the 2020 election that brought the unity of the CPP more taken together. What that time the people were waiting on until by this time. Friend David, welcome very much for watching.
In America, yeah, brainwashing or wait, they say, or the many just go just now. Brainwashing, don't go about president, go after the barrel. Okay? We have to bro. So that guy really cool, but 12 he didn't do anything. What are you gonna do in 12? It says your time. No, you don't do that. See, he just come in the picture of the presidency. So he should be at least okay, say I just come in the picture. Let me be vice president of the program. That will work. You can only for 1 today, you come because for example, when you captain, you can be captain of the team. No. You
So I agree with you on the point where he said Kumikwa realizing, look, gentlemen, like bring politics about where in the majority they are saying this, we should look at it and bring change. Saying that is a case, Mr. Bwaka, where Mr. Bwaka, because we saw that in 2017 when Ambassador Bwaka came second to President George Weah, the level of or momentum that was built. In fact, even during the 2020 senatorial election. So Kumikwa see reason to okay, saying that is a case. The only thing we can do for me, I never tasted Liberian a government job like the presidency, vice president, or representative, any position within the legislature. So the only thing we can do is let me support you, and maybe there should be a resolution passed that if we are successful, the first thing, then the second thing, maybe that privilege can be given to me to serve as senator of the
That's why the Liberia people wanted. But you know what?
But what?
Let me just
And all the Liberia people wanted, but let me tell you something. What the philosopher Plato said. Plato said the majority are not always right. So just because the majority says something, don't mean that they're always right. The same majority say you kill my mother, you kill my father, overwhelming, and we let your child steal. Or so just because that's why the people want. I mean, it doesn't mean you. First of all, you got to look at your own integrity. Cummings got to look at his own record. Cummings, he got to look at his reputation as regards to mercy with Joseph Boakai was part of the field system for 12 years. Now, what was the merit of joining with Joseph Boakai? Look, it's like me and Email. I'm trying to get in business with Email. Email has been an unsuccessful businessman, for the past 12, 13 years. So, but Email want us to have a joint venture, and I'm thinking like, wait a minute, should I join with Email? I mean, this guy had never, he worked in public offices for all those years. Like, there's nothing tangible. He's part of the lucrative branch of the sports system. Should I, comments coming from a corporate world, people have accountability, unlike public offices in Liberia where there's nobody here accountable for anything. So comments try to look between the lines. You can't just join somebody because the group say, oh yeah, you're joined together to defeat George Weah. So this whole group thing, we keep talking group. We have to look at our own repetition too.
So
I mean,
I want to add what said. When you talk about Kumi coming for a corporate society, I agree. But there were any agenda Kumi brought to Mr. Bwaka that look, Ambassador Bwaka, the agenda are bringing for us to work. If you accept, we can work together. If you not accept, we cannot work together. If you cannot accept, we cannot work together at all. It was just something that was done, maybe because now why you saying that the majority, they are the determiner of vote. Whatsoever you do, if the majority not vote for you, no matter what money, how much you spend, you will not get it for. It was just something that was done by him to say, okay, since that is again, they all try to grab the agenda and blend it together. When we can't agree on it, then the Liberian people know that we can't agree.
But look, AB, first of all, they took the man to court. First of all that thing you're talking, there was never anything established. The people went to court all the time that you talking about agenda. There was no stability in the first thing you're talking about. They took the man to court on some bogus or forgery charge or charging something that never happened. So when you keep talking about the mess with the job with Bwaka, I don't know if you guys really been following the development. People spend more time in court more than ever. Joseph Bwaka testified on an oath.
Hold on.
Yeah, okay.
Hold on. Yeah, you are saying so. Conclude.
Joseph Bwaka testified in court. They call it perjury when you lie on an oath. He said, Joseph Bwaka said, you don't know comments. Can you imagine? All those years, they be at 10 other things. People, I heard they say they were in the same school. I don't know why year. He said he doesn't. He said he had no prior knowledge of comments. So all those things when you put it together, why would I want to join somebody that try to put me in jail? To me it don't make no sense.
Thank you very much. Let me hear from Mr. Brother AB. Brother AB, is there? Yeah, he agree with Riverside where he said that.
I agree with Riverside. The reason we which I agree with Raymond said, is that Joseph Waka not the one that took Mr. Kumi to court. All right. So in a scenario, okay, yeah, is Yombly. Yombly, she is the political leader for
The Liberty Party.
Okay, now then Belgium went and suspended her or book her suspension for Yombly Kanga because what? Because they knew what they were doing. That's why when I said River said oh they didn't know whether they were going to court or this and that. The reason they took Yombly to court is that they knew that Yombly was the possible vice president for Joseph Waka. You know why Joseph Waka wasted a lot of time to choose the vice president? The vice president was because of Yombly. But Yombly not know. And the people are telling Yombly if she don't want to waste her political career, she must just try it. But no, let me tell you, my brother, when the Labropo says something they mean it. I don't care, you can go up, you can down. You will see for this election. You will see. So,
My man, no.
Joseph, River said should not be the same, they didn't know, and they were supposed to choose Yombly. Nobody will do that. People are sensitive.
So, okay, now I hear from our brother.
Ooh. Yeah, that brother.
Henry?
Yeah.
Yeah, wow, I want to say, what I was saying, right? So if Joseph Boga said that he don't know Kumi, it doesn't mean they don't even need. Probably they don't. Maybe they never interact together close, like maybe work in the same or public health set up, maybe ministry or something. So that's why you're trying to say that knowing Joseph Boga from school, like that, to work together.
But look,
So I think that's what you're trying to say.
look.
Yeah, I'll back you for that.
No, email. Let me just give you some deception. Recently, this guy talking about Joseph Waka was keeping Yombly as look. Joseph Waka was very indecisive. First of all, he made that last minute appointment or whatever or Jeremiah based on everybody know some financial inducement. Look, let me tell you something. Prince Joseph Waka sat down there, and I believe it was something. This whole thing you're talking about, the woman had court case. Prince Joseph did not talk about that. Prince Joseph said Yombly is very temperamental, which means she does not have the right temperament to be around Joseph Waka. She is very erratic, which means she's erratic. We can't trust the woman with Joseph Waka. But you here talking about Joseph Waka now. But then this is the funny part now. The Senate pro tem, I think, from what I believe is most stressful. But then you tell a woman, okay, we will give you, according to rumor, I don't know how true that is. They promise her a position, maybe the Senate pro. But you already said this woman does not have the right temperament to serve in public office because she's not what somebody. Joseph Waka had no good plan for Yombly. So what as she goes back to him, that's her business, that's her own integrity. She, she being public office.
When Senator Johnson made a statement that Senator Yombly she's too temperamental, I think he came back to apologize that what was said was not something that he meant. But what I'm looking at is from the angle of Mr. Kumi. Will you think Mr. Kumi stand in a better chance to work with Yombly Kanga Lauren, where in the fraction of the ability and that the Yombly said, in a confusion part, or maybe they are still divided, we think Mr. Kumi can say, look, general guy, let bygone be bygone, let us unite the Liberty Party, and let us see how bad we can move forward. Maybe in that direction, then like people can say, okay, you can look at Yombly to say, okay, since that is okay, the people are left, can that all be you be my running mate for to contest. You think is there any way for that, or what's that?
Yeah, look, with ability and comment ability and Yombly thing.
Richard Johnson just joining. Richard Johnson, thank you for joining. Thank you for following.
With ability and Yombly thing, it has been a long ongoing something that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a long, ongoing, something that I expected them to resolve or to have resolved. But look, I believe I believe they should have resolved that issue without even going any further. So
Okay.
I don't know, I did not expect it to drag on like that. But yeah, in the same vein, I know that there were several attempts made by Cummings to reconcile the two parties, but I think they decided to take it legally, and it went to court, from what I learned, I think he was the legitimate, the constitutional, according to their constitution, he was the legitimate head of of the Liberty Party. So with that said, look, Cummings, no, he did what he could do. I mean, Cummings, now you should know this. Cummings has his own political party. It's not like Cummings was part of Liberty Party. He has his own political party. So he was trying to unite the CPP. Yeah, there was problem within the CPP.
Okay,
But Cummings
General
still.
Guy. Okay, General Guy. We should not divert the topic for today. I believe that Riverside is now in fully prepared to discuss, coming issue. So for us to just stay to our topic for discussion, I think we got to look at the second segment of this show that talk about the press relief on the embassy and the government response. I think I appreciate Ebi and other viewers here and other folks for coming defend to support Mr. Kumi, Ambassador Bwaka. So I think we can suspend this conversation for today and maybe schedule another argument for another time where you will be coming out to tell the Liberian people if the appointment made by Ambassador Bwaka, it was a mistake, or is Mr. Kumi sent to collaborate with the level of maybe Yomli, Gonglo, all the people, so we can see how best. So let us there, suspend our discussions and we go to our second segment, which is a press statement from the embassy. So we all can, analyze it together to see our input and see the way forward.
All right.
Because I know the argument was trying to lay on the side where folks are coming to defend Kumi, folks are coming to defend Bwaka.
Hey, my brother,
So,
pastor boy myself. When I say a pastor, he pastor, so I think we there to.
yeah. So, okay, thank you. I thought today to bring to you people the folks fathering, watching the intentions about the press statement released by the American embassy headed by Michael McCarthy, that we have been following the press statement. For the past week, we have been following it, and we have been hearing the side of the government, and we have been hearing some representative person of Akara Grove responding, the form in which he responded. So I thought it was to bring it to our attention for to look at it, whether the press release by the embassy is something in the interest of the Liberian people, or is something maybe other people think it as being things for opposition. Like we have been following the last time the American embassy headed by McCarthy took tour in the 15 counties, that in Clamasi in the southeast, not Southeast but Lofa, where in a press release it said when Lofa, he saw the Lofa hospital in a deplorable conditions. And when he saw it, his father, he went followed by saying that the hospital does not have stationaries. People are finding it difficult to either do what we call printing a certificate in Ireland, so many issues. But what really two to three things are get down from the point that you were making serious about it was the issue of telling the government that look, government, our country's taxpayer pay so amount to your country towards your health facility and the education, where it's very important, and they should know the outcome of the money that they are spending. Because it's interesting to know that countries should not just be spending money, they can see the dividend, or maybe you're not seeing no result as to whether how your money is spent. And I believe that those people are there, they not have a money machine making to say we will just be making the money sending to Liberia. And this thing was cataloged. And again, in further go ahead by saying, look, the government I refuse to pay 100,000 allocated for hospitals and other or entity. So since that is the case, the American government promised Liberia to build the national art library that will cost the government of Liberia to be using it 3 to 4 million. In that direction, they will not be doing it, because if they find the government refuse to spend just 100,000 on a project, they refuse to spend that such an amount. It's not possible that the government can spend 3 to 4 million on a library that will be in the country. So after saying those things, I think it took government 2 to 3 days. They responded, and in the response, some government officials, like the Ministry of Information, led by Legend remember the fact that the ambassador lied. What the message is not true, is inaccurate. The fact is that the government of Liberia or America had not spent no money directly to the account of the government to say, look, this is money from the American government to our government of Liberia to be used. All the money sent in the country, we are getting feedback. All the money spent, AB, we are getting feedback. All the money spent in the country is directed to the account of the usage, or the international community have a watch team to monitor the money spent. But something I also, trying to understand is that those projects are implemented by the international community, society, or organization. Are they something that the Liberian government not watching those projects, or are they something that the government will say, okay, look, send the money was sent by the international community, what we'll do, they all look at it and say, okay, then they implement their own project and give all maybe the report of the project. Are they things happening? Then another thing also mentioned is the issue of our legislature being one of the problems in the country. You observe that our legislature instead they spend 65 million on them annually per budget year. They spend 65 million on them. So in that direction, 103% will not be carrying 65 million in a type of poorest country. In describe Liberia to be very poor country, wherein people in the country still going to bed with hunger, but our lawmaker, they are, allocating 65 million for themselves. So in that direction, after that, when the government comes, the press statement, in fact, the government said a lot of things. That they said the ambassador are now, never go to any other area to see. In fact, said the road that in Drogon, when you were going to Southeast, it was paid by the government, but it never spoke on it. They consider the ambassador to be biased, in fact, opposition to the government. So what came to my mind as Liberian, I said to myself, wow, if what McCarthy is saying is something that maybe in the interest of the Liberian government, if the thing work out, who's going to heal the dividend of it? Is it McCarthy treatment or is it American citizen? I said, no. The fact that the man say he went local and saw, the hospital in a deplorable condition. How many times, President, we are ever visited to say, okay, let me, as president of a country, let me take the country tour to reach to the area. I want to believe that those guys around President they are not helping President at all. Because if you want to run government, why you want to be here and say, okay, send the people say this, gentlemen, you respond. It will not be helpful. And Liberia, we cannot be responding to America. If we find out, read our history, America has been one of the hardest donators to our country. It will decide to blame them because of McCarthy's statement. Today, he's trying to blame it at. And I always say this, every statement officially made by McCarthy, that is the voice of the American government. That is how the ambassador work. And if you follow the confirmation hearing of the ambassador, but then when he went at the Senate, what he said in the confirmation was, by me going to Liberia to work, I'm not going to work only in Maserati, because I believe that Maserati is not Liberia. So in that direction, if I want to be inclusive, I need to visit the 15 country maker Liberia. So with such a person coming on with statement, what the government has done first is to send a monetary team to say, oh, look, General Guy, let me welcome Dennis Herring for watching. Thanks for joining and following. General Guy, what we do, let us try to send a team, let them go and assess those areas. If what the ambassador saying is true, that those places in such a condition, let us see how better to improve the area. But nothing at all. The information minister came out to make a press release. Then again, Akara Gray, J8 representative, he came out from the ruling establishment. He came out recommending that, in fact, that the American government should recall the ambassador. So with those things, it baffles me. If we are looking at it because the way in which he has spoken, we look at it like people say, in fact, that the man is biased. Then my question to them is that if the hospital are being improved, government officials are going there for treatment, will it not be beneficial to our country? Are we say peace where in our lawmaker, our government officials, they say they're running to countries like Ghana, Nigeria, India? Are we as Liberians, we are now able to afford such an opportunity for other country leaders to come to our country? Because the essence of going to other countries for treatment, you're going to spend money, and the money is going to play huge impact to the people's income and their budget. If you go there to say, okay, I'm going for treatment to Ghana, you not have a home in Ghana.
Yep.
You are going to have a large area in Ghana. You are going to pay for every food, daily meal that you have in Ghana. You are also going to pay for the hospital facility in Ghana. And at the end of the day, where the money going? The money will be going back in the cover of the Ghanaian government. I don't think we are taking into consideration. I don't think we say because of maybe party sentiment, we should say the man is lying. And they see people that they accuse them to be liars, and they see people going back to say, your father, you go tell the people say they are lying. But you see the t-shirt, you see the thing, the same thing the man speaking of is happening in your presence. That the situation with Buffalo Timor, who went Maryland County, part 2 Maryland, not Maryland, but Africa to get Maryland. But when we went there, guess what happening? Destroy money, putting money on the table, divided in bulk. Telling the people of Maryland say, in fact, he is a good person. You are a good person. Try to come to your own country wherein when the road is paved, you can leave from Monrovia. You go, you say, let me go in Maryland today and be back. You bypassing the road because of the road condition. Then you go and tell the man, in fact, the man is lying. The man not talking the truth. The man is a buyer. The man are opposition. Are we the Liberians not understanding this? Are we not looking at our own lifestyle to say what the man saying? When anything happen here, will be beneficial to the lowest people who are unable to provide for themselves? Because the essence of having hospital in your country as a citizen is wherein when you are sick, wherein when you're not able to maybe go tomorrow for treatment out, you go right there and have a treatment. Let's look at Maserati, wherein they defending the government that in fact the ambassador is a biased ambassador and not been justly to the protest. Then I'll come back. We saw President Weah years back when he went to D12 High School in Nikutan. When President Weah went on our visit, or surprise visit, when he went and saw the condition of the school in a deplorable condition wherein he saw the splinter, the zinc, everything is leaking. Why they? He called the people, the education minister or Ansu or Sony. She for the Ansu Sony told him that, oh, Mr. President, I'm sorry. The condition the school is fairway, I will take care of it in the soonest possible time. What you been doing? The question is, why is it the president not going to go there? Are they still going to stay remain in that particular area to be adequately going to school, to be learning? Go to the main school. The main school right in the district 17. If you go there, you found out that in the main school, they have air conditioning to those various classes. They have a library. Prince, thank you for joining. Thank you for watching. Thank you for following. And also, Wema Dafa, thank you for joining. Thank you for watching. Go to the minister school. The minister school running on an air condition. But yeah, say our government school around here, some of them to even have the wooden chair to sit on and learn is difficult. It's difficult. It's what the ambassador saying. We all can say, oh, look, Mr. President, you need to be very proactive to send maybe a monitoring team to go there and assess the area that they are talking about. That was the everyday people. The thing have to be with President we are. And some other thing at times the sedition, it made me angry about that is that anything the post says because of President we are is involved, they must defend it. Do you not think a possible President we can give money to the health minister? He said, okay, go and implement such a project. President we don't need to be all over in the country. President we don't need. President we have a team that this is why the cabinet are there. The cabinet are there as implementer to implement projects from the government. They are not soliciting, they are not looking for funding to bring it to President we are. They are there when the government have money, they say they have money for agriculture, they give it to the agriculture minister. They have money for the health sector, they give it to the health sector. They love with you a minister to go to those various areas and make sure the proper mechanism are put into place. But it's not lacking. It's adequate, it's lacking. Then when someone come up with make a statement, and the person making statement, they may not contesting for our election. You know, McCarthy not contesting for presidency. McCarthy not want job from your government. He not want ministerial job. If whosoever win tomorrow, McCarthy not can say, if I say we push for you, that's where something happen. The country McCarthy phone, that the country I was seeing lawmakers can be playing DV today to go there. The country McCarthy phone, that the same country when our lawmakers say today they want to go there and have a treatment. To tell you that the main one for our country to be on the path of their country, this is why I'm bringing subjection. And in my own thinking, someone who bring out issues like criticizing you, in that may no harm. The only thing he trying to tell you is he want to straighten you to see how best you can straighten yourself and make yourself more vibrant. Take it for instance, if McCarthy come out to say our hospital in Lofa doesn't have a medicine, doesn't have a stationery, then maybe tomorrow after the departure from Lofa, you go there and say, okay, Mr. Minister or Madam Minister, look, we need a sufficient stationery to enhance the working of our doctors at our hospital, to see the names our patient will not be leaving from there to come way in Masorado for treatment. A lot of things are put into place. You think McCarthy will go there by to say, in fact, the thing I talk about the last time the president put it there because I talking? No. A smart government will also listen to opposition to admit. Every smart leaders, he always listen to opposition because you find out that people who in your government will not speak the truth to you. People who outside the government, they see many things. People who closer to you, they close eye on it. Because the fact when they see those things that the opposition are seeing, when you're trying to bring to your attention, maybe you will not be fair or I call it in favor of you, or you will not be in favor of it. You will maybe take it to be undermine you. Then they look at it, they leave it. This is why I tell the opposition flagging issue. Opposition will tell you, say, in fact, our health condition our health is in a deplorable condition. What they are telling you is that, Mr. President, do not forget do not forget about our health or system. These are the things they are trying to tell you indirectly. Because they don't have the implementing arm to say we want to. They are reminding you. If you see the opposition today, they are protesting, say, Mr. President, we are protesting because the red price go up. They are indirectly telling you that, Mr. President, there is a name that bring the bell in the ears of the commerce minister. Let them be proactive. Let them be vigorous. Let them be, very, active to implement their work. There's a need that they go to the port. There's a need that they have to implement. They have a monitoring eye. These are not people that we consider to be biased in your country. A smart government always listen to opposition. Folks, come on, man. We need to rule Liberia not on party sentiment. We need to craft the agenda of the country. If we can leave all the agenda of the parties and just craft the country agenda, Liberia will go forward. But we continue to rule because they men are partisan, they men supporting, they men are partisan, they men supporting, the country will not go anywhere. All countries how they develop. See, country like Singapore, other than Singapore, when Singapore wanted to develop a country, what they did for was to send people outside and go and have advanced knowledge. After that, they have a commitment with them. Like those general guys or guys, what we do as if people are being afforded this opportunity to go out there from the government, you are going there for so and so year, they will return back to like to the country and what and implement or maybe bring another lifestyle to the country. You saw it. We all follow the history. If you read the history of Singapore development. So Prince is just breaking news that Alexander B. Cummings Jr. vice presidential running mate is rich, announced, and respected female waiting on the international firm to complete her background check. It's good and welcoming. But the fact is that we should be friends, we should be loyal to this country. Like I was saying, the issue of Singapore, if you go in detail, there are students from Singapore who attended the university of the country, Liberia. But then, the people waiting to come back in Liberia to go at the University of Liberia? No. I don't say coming back to say, okay, Liberia have a better education system, now go there and have a quality education. No. The answer is no. And someone will ask, why no? The reason is that who the students modern education want to learn under the conditions where in your education environment, the learning environment is not welcoming for students to sit and learn. Go at the University of Liberia. You find it difficult to the extent that if you go there, you feel discouraged, you now just want to learn. And now the money not coming for those universities. The university generating money. If the students at that university, the admission fee they pay 2,500, if you calculate 2,000, just do your calculation. Just take maybe for now 13 and 25 or 30,000 per student. Calculate that budget. Where the money going? Calculate the entry fee collected per student. If you observe that at time the UN when they're about to introduce entry, you also find more than 10,000, 15,000 will apply for the entrance. They are not applying fee or free day. They all pay money. What happened to the 3,000 naira they are paying to as undergraduates or entrance fee to watch the entrance? What happened to it? Are the government holding those people accountable? Or just because of maybe SYZ from SYZ party, when such a thing happened, it made salute report? We need to take into consideration the press statement for the ambassador. It's not something to be, or doing a reporter to say, in fact, they want to intellectualize it because you have an intellectual muscle that you can't bring anything to the country. You only intellectual muscle, you have to see to corrupt all the necessary resources, including in the kitchen. You saw that all you are corrupting everything. That's the only muscle you got in the country. Why it's true that Liberia is a Liberian right? When the ambassador is going contrary, you can make a recommendation that You referencing the condition, the how do you call it, the attitude of the ambassador. Maybe there's a reason they can recall the ambassador. But also bear in mind, and also analyze it that what all the guys saying, all the ambassadors saying, is it something that's true? They may say the role condition, the emphasizing on role. Look at the National Rule Fund project or money. Where is it? Is it something statement people consider to say that government, the road pays, if the road is paid from Ghana to Maryland or from Moreover to Maryland, it's in an opposition, only will ride on it. Your children and your unborn children stand to benefit the road. These are the advocacy we want for us to be putting ourselves now on the advocacy or playing, a double game with political party because they want job opportunity. We need to be sincere to the country if we want Liberia to develop. We need to have a fixed mind. We need to have a one country agenda. If for instance we say Liberia, the agenda of Liberia says within 5 years we should make sure we connect all our farm to market road and the community, the various roads in the country. Then the next 5-year agenda say, within the 5 years, that all part, including village and all in the country, should be electrified. Thank you for watching. These are the things we'll be fighting, we'll be looking at. We cannot be crying, continually crying, and our decision about the crying cannot be materialized to bring, a fruit to the country. But continue to cry. In fact, when they greedy and corrupt people going there, and they say, in fact, we inherited broken economies. These are the messages they preach. And some of the things that we should be asking is that some of the politicians have been coming to us. We believe that the issue of our economy is not in hiding. Before you become president, can you go to the Ministry of Finance to know our present economies? That you will not go there tomorrow and say, in fact, when Eddie was there, she did it one. When Toga was there, he did it one. It should not be. These are the advocates who should be standing before those people and tell them the truth, the hard truth that, look, Mr. Man, where we are now, everyone of us would need to be on the same path. Your constitution spoke about it. Is it equal opportunity for all Liberians? And I say half. And I say so and so group. And I say so and so, society should be recognized. But go see the society today. If you not have any, a big person in government, if you have a case with any other, official in government with their children, maybe if they use that or wrong you or that case that down. Because of what? You do not have the necessary connection they have. Because of what? You cannot bow down to that society group they're in. Because of what? You do not have a special sitting place after they come from where they can go to sit. They don't have a special place. These are wicked people that come to us and pretend. If we are not careful with them, we will dump our country. We need to be serious. We need to ask them the hard truth. We need to either question them. The past 6 years you've been there. What happened in the project? What as a Liberian, lowest, common men that I say Liberian with common men, what common men have benefited from your presidency? That we can say today we can guarantee you a second term. Why? You've been there for 6 years. Why is true that 6 years? And in a very logical or what do you call it, analysis of the whole 6 year people passing law, making passing, you only give me 6 years, give me 12 years. The fact is that when you are into things, if you are there for the people, when you go there, prioritize the people. If it says here you are opportune to go for another 6 years, that 6 years maybe for implementation and what called settlement. But you go there within the 6 years, you settle yourself. People got the power to say the leader cannot eat first, but you're already eating. They say you get time for those, those father now who hungry. It's not possible. So there's a name. The Liberians will be careful who to put out there by this time. Like I always say to people, elections is 1 year. It's 1 day, rather. Sorry. Election is just 1 day. And we have 365 days. Out of the 365 days, if you take 1 day from there, you are left with 64. At times on year count with 66. You are left with 64 or 65. What becomes of the what? The 64 or the 65 days are left out. Why you stand to benefit as Liberian? Why you stand to boast up out there? We also our entire system is rotting. Nothing to benefit. I think you hear it. You know, when people are mad, you hear a lot of things. People, the youth, the young people, the old people start speaking. In fact, where they are now, they want for Liberia for international community council can sell Liberia. And the people in the, when you look at it on the other side, they may be wrong, but in the other way direction too, they are right. Because you cannot live in a country where you are not getting no benefit, you are not getting nothing at all to benefit as country. But you just there, continually voting, you are not seeing no change or changes to come. Where is your future? Our future is today. Who knows tomorrow? Who knows tomorrow? Nobody knows. Your tomorrow is where you see it before you is your tomorrow. Who knows whether, as we speak now, maybe God forbid, you move from here, you move on the show, it's possible that you can die tonight. You know of it? Only God has that. So will you go and tell God, say, I was here waiting my future and not reach me? Look, folks, I think the Liberia issue is something that they're confusing. It's something that when we're discussing it brings tears to some of our eyes. It's something that we all need to contribute positively towards it. And it's something that we all need to share idea. Like I normally say in my normal daily activity at Liberia, where we are now, we not need manpower, we not need money, but we need leaders. You can get 2 persons in a house where there is no leader in our house. That 2 persons will not, or do anything positively. You can get, if you say 3 persons, where you have a good person to direct them and let them become vulnerable. That's what Liberia situation is now. We are vulnerable to the society now. You observe anybody can do anything and just go. Just got free. You wake up some morning, in fact, if you hear say or so and so person wake up, kill so and so person, nothing comes from out of it because our society is vulnerable. There is no system put into place. If the system is there, I will not argue, but the system is not implemented. There's a name that will take a critical decision. The issue of giving power to somebody, one of the things you come to your mind is that the power we are giving the person, we are not going to take it back there. So what we do, they will try to terminate. They will try to know the person's background and see how best we can bring it to the power. What has been the lifestyle of the person? What the person has been involved with? What can we trust the person on? This will be some of the things. We need to be serious, honestly, if I discuss Liberia issue, this is how the things go. Election coming again. Back already, I start throwing. Money has started already. Lies in the economy. Conspiracy theories in the economy. They expose theories in the economy. If we, the Liberians, we are not careful, if we, the Liberians, cannot rescue the country at this stage, folks, it will be another disaster to come. if we are not rethinking to redirect this country, people will say, well, we think Liberia is not redirect. Honestly, Liberia is not direct. We got to redirect. Redirect in the sense that there are some systems we got to fully be implementing. Liberia is too old enough for someone to immediately come there and say, in fact, gentlemen, Atwa. We are part of the state of Atwa. We need a leaders that will start an effective move of the country. We need a leader that will start implementing. You know, a leader that will come and say, in fact, John Brown was there, he did not. Mary was there, she did not. Then we're not ready. I mean, not ready. Like a recent, our opportunity to how do you call it, sit with number of boards, Edin Jawdo, about our mentor or presidential or president, we are mentor project. I felt discouraging. I felt bad. Wherein the government of the country promised the Liberian people 292 promises made to the Liberian people. And out of the 292 promises, guess how many are ongoing and how many is completed? We got 22 completed. We got 24 ongoing. I believe that what I'm saying, sedition will come and say that boy is lying. But the logical point here is that before President Weah could come to power, there were party manifesto brought in, and that there were the number decided to do that investigation. The manifesto say the manifesto is different from what the President Weah is implementing. The manifesto is the agenda of the party. If they are elected to power, what will be their priority? What will be their development initiative to the country? President Weah brought a manifesto for the party angle, but when they inherited, they brought different things to confuse the minds of the Liberians, which is the proper agenda for development and prosperity. That's not part of the manifesto. Look, let me ask a question. If on the show today, how Emmanuel will come and say, okay, to those who following or who watching the show, I promise that tomorrow evening when I come here, I promise to bring 500,000 to every members. That become promises, or that become promise to the follower of the show. Then where I'm sitting now, I then decide to say, to do my can't and say, okay, gentlemen, to who are following, I'm about to share $500 on you people. That is not promising. You think among the two, or how they call it, or pronouncement, which one you consider a promise and which one you consider as not promise? Is the one that promise you that tomorrow, the promise that I made to you tomorrow is something that is predicated upon me to do it. Because the fact is that if you're going home today, you say you get the hope that tomorrow when you come here, you're anticipating to get 500 from me. Because you have been promised to fully, or how do you call it, fulfill it to you that I will provide you 500,000. But when you just provide it today, like the Liberia normal way you say, they add a seed that they are a ticket. So it's not a promise. This is what President Weah whole government is running, and the sedition, they are not realizing it. The sedition, they are not realizing it because of what President Weah brought the party manifesto and deviated from the party manifesto implementation and what they call affording what implementing half of the proper agenda. So in the notion now, if we are going to care President Weah to quote, you think what the Liberian people will be care President Weah to quote? Are we going to care President Weah to quote based on the proper agenda? I said no. The Liberian people will be taking President Weah to quote based on the party manifesto presented. Sedition that I understand this. I know, but what I'm saying, other people say, but I don't love the government, so in opposition. The issue of opposition is about being a realist. A realist. You got to be a realist to know the pro and con of argument. That is very very fair to the day school. Because you cannot promise somebody, then you tell the person, say, I promise you to do the one. Then tomorrow, because he can't say, my man, I promise you to give you the one, but send the file right now available and hold the 200. That person will still hold that 200 and hold on to the final promise that he made to them. If that person was going to maybe lay a complaint that that man gave me the hope he gave me was the promise made to him. So that I understand this. Folks, I think we will be accepting people to be joining the conversation. You have an input to maybe go have less than 30 minutes to close the today's show. And let me appreciate once again everyone for joining this platform. I'm your local host, Emmanuel Gruzen. I will be on the show every Friday and Saturday evenings about 5 o'clock. So I ask you to invite, and I also ask you to encourage people to follow and join the conversations. Like I said, this Liberia issue, it requires everyone of our input. It requires togetherness. It requires cross-pollinating ideas to see how we can move forward. Because if we can't come together to share this view or the particular thought to some of our brothers, our sisters who understand this thing differently, trust me, honestly, I foresee that we will not go anywhere in this fight. This fight not only about Emmanuel, it's about you, it's about your children, it's about your children to come. It's not about hating somebody, it's about loving the country over the person that you love. Because I believe that if the country is fine, if things is moving smoothly, you don't need to go to the house and bed then. Because the fact you have your own live freezer in your house to making your water cool, why they do they have that live freezer in their house to making that water cool? Then tell me, what the essence I will go to your house, you want to offer me your food and I get food to my house. What the essence I want to go to your house, you want to give me money, where in a month I earn money for myself. These are the things that we should be looking at. You know about defending those people, and at the end of the day, you and myself go to bed with hunger. This is not the fight we are fighting. The fight we are fighting is a fight for Liberians. It's a fight to put Liberia on a part of a good trajectory. We need to be serious. At times, you see some of us, volunteering ourselves to be on the platform. It's not because some of us we lost social media. It's because we want for Liberia to change. If Liberia change today, trust me, it's not only change for Emmanuel, it's not only change for the CEO of this show, it's not only change for our brother who joined made that point, but it's changing for you and myself. It's changing for our poor people, our old man, our dad who are able to provide data for themselves. Because the issue is government not need to be in the center of the country or maybe in a city to enjoy government. Who say local government is not local government one of the force within the government, but all the things lacking. Because just spoke about it, it's lacking because of what the people don't want to privatize it. They don't want for you to be independent, but they want rather to be dependent to be going to their house and be begging them. And when you go to be laying down to their house, while they're looking at you through that window, then they tell that security man say, tell that woman say, I'm not here. Your car parking the fence, tell you say, I'm not here. These are the type of people they are. A person we are was say the statement from or McCarthy is statement to anti-government, that is diabolical lie. If our president we are in my own understanding, that statement helped to what? Boost and also strengthen me as president. Because the fact that it will maybe to start building my own independent monitoring team to be monitoring the government entity. to be following, to be telling the people that, look, let me use this time to welcome Aman Freeman. You are welcome. Thank you for following and watching. And say, look, General God, there's a name that will move to those people. How many times President Weah, who live in the Muslim, how many times did he ever, visit some of those or what they call it, health facility, some of those or clinic under the government, some of those schools? How many times you are able to take upon your time and say, let me do a surprise visit? You think that when people will continue to live in this type of lifestyle, is it thing that I say it cannot be changed? Is it notion that our great parent inherited? It say Liberia will never be changed, it will remain at this stage? And Liberia become elephant meat for those those government officials now. They go with the mindset that they want to go and just put money in their pocket. That the entire pocket should be lined with money. Where you and myself will give them the power will become victims. Are we taking into consideration this thing? Look, we need to be serious. So the line is open. If you want to join in, we urge you that you join and have your own input. On our second segment, we talk about the press statement from the government, the press statement from the ambassador, and also a statement from Moses Akara Gray about the ambassador being recalled by the American government. What do you make of it? How do you think the press statement is neutral to Liberia, or you consider the press statement to be something opposing the president or the government of President George Weah? So now I will be expecting your joining and have your input. I will together discuss Liberia. Look, this issue in Liberia, we are getting mad, we are getting frustrated about it, and we need the appropriate step to be taken. If not, Liberia will continue to decline. People are coming out telling us, international community are coming out telling us that our problem in the country, it doesn't require white men, it doesn't require Americans to come. It doesn't require Americans to come and solve it, but only we as Liberians can solve this problem. So about this time, the line is open. You want to join in? We will be accepting you to make your quick input, because we almost we have a few more minutes to close. And tomorrow, by God's grace, will come on at the same time on the same platform to discuss issues affecting Liberia, and together we all can find a remedy in solving this. So we have less than 10 more minutes to just close for today on the Liberian issue. And honestly, we need to discuss that tomorrow. I thought to invite one of the bigger organizations, civil society group organization in Liberia called Nima Kwado. A recent leaders of the organization, the national level, endorsed President Weah, and the National Youth Congress, they say herself on the endorsement, consider endorsement to be something that is violating the constitution of the organization. So tomorrow by 5:30, I thought to bring the chair of the Nima Kwado National Youth Congress, in-person of Mr. Opie will be our guest tomorrow. So I encourage you to be on time, to share the platform, to bring more audience to the platform, to have an input, not only by following, but by contributing and strengthening the argument. So by 5:30, you'll be our prime guest. We'll be getting some information what are going wrong in the organization, because that organization is an organization that I'm part of. So it's all organization though. So you'll be explaining to us tomorrow about the issues of the youth distancing yourself from the industrial operation, and we are. So by 5:30, folks, I ask that you don't all, you'll be on the show tomorrow to tell us why is the point, why is the youth stand, what is the thing, 19 the youth can be involved with to change the organization. So if we don't have anybody to join, we only have 2 more minutes to close. And then tomorrow, we will bring you another fascinating topic that we'll be looking at after the youth chair. I exalted his time to be with us tomorrow. So our guest tomorrow is Brother Opie M. Wede. He is the National Youth of the Nima Kwado organizations in Liberia. You'll be our guest tomorrow by 5:30. You'll be joining. So let me say thank you for watching. Thank you for following. Thank you for putting out your input. Tomorrow will be another fascinating discussion where I am expecting every one of you people to have a say on it, because the issue now has to do with only Emmanuel sitting here today to discuss, but it requires everyone to have our input, to have our idea, to see how best we can have a way forward. The only best way we can find it and resolve the issues about sharing our idea, about sharing the visions of the country to politicians, about telling the politician that look, where Liberia is, we not need someone who can do all. We not need no more promises. We need an immediate move forward for Liberia, because we have suffered a long time. So we need a rescue team. We need a team that will carry our country straight forward. We need people who come with a mindset not on party sentiment to develop our country. Because as a president, you are president of everybody. You are not president of a single party. You are not president of a certain tribal group, but you are president of the 16 tribes in Liberia. You are president of the 15 counties in Liberia. So by you taking your time at this stage, I would love to say thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. As you hear the theme song, definitely meaning we are trying to pass. So thank you very much for watching, Brother Prince. I'm a Freeman. I'll catch you people tomorrow. I'm your local host, Brother Emmanuel Grusin. And at every Friday and Saturday, 5 o'clock, I will be on the show for the sharing the happiness in Liberia. So thank you very much for watching, and I appreciate everybody for following, for liking, for commenting, and whatsoever. Your comment is important. Your comment is to draw certain level of changes in our discussion. You have an impact in the discussion today. So I say thank you very much. I'll see you people tomorrow.